Here, well, perfect.
Okay, they're ready, so in 3.
Hello and welcome to Farnham Town's Memorial Ground for Farnham's opening home league fixture. I'm joined by Frankie Hobbs, who joined me for Cup final and many other games last season. And decent crowd filling up at Farnham on a Tuesday night. I'm out of breath, I've just run across the pitch.
Yeah, pass to me. Yeah, look, you join us here with two teams that had differing results on Saturday. Farnham coming to the game after winning 4-0 on opening day away at Balham in a tricky game. Sandhurst, newly promoted Sandhurst, went away to Red Hill and lost 6-1 in a very disappointing result for them. They'll be looking to rectify that today. They come in with youth in their team. I'm sure we'll get into the teams, but they come in with a lot of youth. They'll be looking to play their stuff in front of this big crowd. Farnham, the pressure's on them tonight. They've got to please their fans. The fans expect a lot this season. This is their first chance to look at them in competitive action. They had a good pre-season, Farnham. Now they've got to back that up with another result, this time in front of home fans.
Well, teams come out, and the teams for Farnham Town, most importantly this evening, is Pat Nash in goal, number 1. Right back is Jack Dean, who's kind of cemented that position off the back of a great pre-season. Centre back partnership is Captain Ryan Canane, number 5, and Max Meaton, number 26. Left back Tom Smith. Farnham adopting a 4-2-2-2 formation. 2 holding midfielders, I suppose, are Joe Jackson and Harry Cooksey, number 14, number 8 respectively. 2 attacking midfielders, Daryl Sanders, number 10, and number 21, Dean Rule. And then up front for this evening's fixture are Shamar Edmonds, number 11, who scored the weekend and the weekend before that in the FA Cup. And number 7, Owen Dean. Bench looks very strong. Lamar Karoma, Matt Sermon, Ricky Wellard, Charlie Postance, and anybody else?
Michael Kinsella.
And Michael Kinsella. Full bench. Lots of positives off the back of the first couple of games for Farnham Town this season, Frankie Hobbs. We had great FA Cup win, 4-0, as well as last week. What have you taken out of this new look Farnham team?
They come in with a lot of experience from high levels. They look to get the ball down and play. It's probably a style that didn't lend itself to the pitch that we saw on Saturday, but the pitch today here at Farnham is fantastic, so it should really help that passing style. But Sandhurst are going to look to pass it themselves. As I said earlier, they're a team that are on the younger side. They'll come in looking to play their football. They've obviously got those strong links with Bracknell Town, so they get a lot of sort of youngsters come through that set up and come down and play football for them. So there's a lot of players playing for their opportunity. It's a big game. You know, if you're coming here as a visiting team, Farnham Town, when you look at the fixtures, is the game you want to play and the game you want to turn up in.
Yeah, and Sandhurst, what do we know about them? They got promoted from Step 6, the league below us, last season. They're Bracknell Town's sort of sister club. A lot of younger players out on the pitch for Sandhurst this evening.
Yeah, absolutely, and they won the league in pretty dramatic fashion. Actually, having to play 5 games in 5 days towards the end of the season. So obviously we had a lot of fixture congestion last season. So yeah, should be a very entertaining game.
Pitch looks amazing. Yeah,
pitch looks great. As I said, that will really help Farnham style of play. One little note I think for everyone here is that Liam Harris starts for Sandhurst. In goal. He played a lot of games last year for Farnham. Interesting to see him try and put one up against his old club. Looks like we're just about ready to get underway here.
Yeah, so Farnham kick left to right in this opening game, away from the clock end. Always favour shooting towards the clock end in the second half if they can. There's a decent turnout, I'd say a couple of hundred in here this evening. Plenty more people streaming in from the bar as well in the next couple of minutes. But Sandhurst in blue, Farnham Town in claret and blue, and just looking to get things underway as the linesman checks with the manager, and now the referee checks his watch. And we're underway. Sandhurst get us underway. Farnham Town support as normal Frank Hibbs is very good. Sandhurst immediately get a bit of space down this left-hand side with number 7, who plays it inside to 11, who's trying to stick it in the channel, but to no avail.
It's interesting, you would say here that Farnham are favourites to win this game, so come here, a team like Sandhurst, you want to strike early while they're cold, and I think that's kind of what they were trying there.
Nothing really to lose for Sandhurst, but it looked like they're playing. Cool, it looks like they have 5 at the back.
Yeah, sort of 3, if you want to call it 3 at the back or a 5 at the back with those 2 wing backs. I think Farnham's job will be making sure those wing backs play as defenders, and Sandhurst will want to play them as attackers.
And flipped on from Owen Dean towards Shamal Edwards, who is already in a rich vein of goal-scoring form early this season, and finishing off how he left off. Starting off how he left off at the back end of last season. Cooksley to Joe Jackson in midfield, finds captain Ryan Canane, who, after having his pants pulled down by me in the midweek, is currently wearing the captain's armband that we bought him new this season. That's a poor pass. Well won back from Jackson, who's been a new addition to Farnham and been a really good addition.
Yeah, added a lot of steel in that midfield, but can play it as well. Finds those attacking players, finds the likes of Daryl Saunders.
Yeah, and this formation is a bit different to what we've seen at Step 5 before.
I'd go as far as to say what you see in top-level football anyway. Like, how many teams have you seen actually play a 4-2-2-2?
Yeah. In fullbacks, honest, we can kind of utilise them and the amount of ball that we've got. But here's Dean Rule out wide to Jack Dean, who tries to get the cross in, and it's Owen Dean across the goal, and it's in, and the flag is up. It was Daryl Sanders on the back post, and it looked incredibly tight. The ball was in the back of the net.
You tell us at home.
You will know more about it than we will. Sanders will always be in and around the box.
Sanders is taken to life at Farnham like a duck to water, absolutely slotted right in, as I think we all expected him to. If there was a sort of player of the season for the whole league, you'd have him as the strong favourite.
Header from Smith, knocked on by Owen Dean. Shamal Edwards will chase that down, and we'll get very close to this with Liam Harris, the former Farnham man, doing well in goal, come out and get it. Jack Dean. No one picking up the second ball for Farnham. Tom Smith unsure whether or not to go, does in the end, and wins the ball but stays down. But Dean Rule drifts past a man. He's now got a huge amount of space. Owen Dean at the back post, looks for him, heads back into half of Sandhurst unless Joe Jackson can pick it up, which he does. Tom Smith stays down that far side. And no requirement to put the ball out here. Ryan Canane will come across, but it's Pat Nash who kicks it straight over the head of the commentary box, and it's out for a Sandhurst throw-in, but there will be medical attention given to Tom Smith on that far side, and that's not an injury Farnham Town will want to see with very limited left-back cover.
Yeah, we were discussing before the game actually that left-back area is perhaps one Farnham don't have the most cover, and not a lot of left-footed players in the squad. I think everyone will hope for Farnham's sake and Tom's sake himself, obviously, that is not a bad one. He has stayed down though.
He's been down there for at least 90 seconds now, and not moved a lot. There's a sort of impact injury, big tackle. Let's talk about opening day. The other fixtures around the grounds. Jersey drop points at home to Tooting, which might have been one of the surprises. Shearwater managed to turn over Tadley at Shearwater. Some other big results. Naphill dropped points at Collier's Wood. So some teams that have been fancied towards the top of the table, didn't quite get off the mark. Croydon managed to.
Yeah, Croydon was the one I was going to mention there. They're probably the team that you'd expect to be up there in the season and drop points at Alton, who you expect to probably be in the lower half. We'll try and keep you up to date around the grounds where we can. Don't think there's been any early goals so far. But we will make sure that we share that with you guys.
Teams are still down.
There's some big games across the league. We know Alton are playing Jersey Bulls tonight.
There's a goal for Tooting. Just been scored. No confirmed goal scorer, but a goal for Tooting. Two Tooting playing this evening. Balham, who we played on Saturday. Thomas was still down, sitting up this time. A couple of players have gone.
They kind of went, I think from memory, they kind of clashed chest to chest almost. So Paul Johnson there just asking what the status is for a substitution.
Who is the natural replacement? Who do you expect to?
If I was to guess, I would suggest maybe Michael Kinsella comes on, or Lamar Caroma. Maybe Lamar Caroma plays at left back, or he comes into central midfield. Max Meaton goes to left back, and Joe Jackson drops in. There's a few different things I think he can do.
That's the versatility of this squad. Tom Smith is now standing up, stretching his left leg out. Farnham will play this throw-in with 10 men. And the ball's back in play after a lengthy delay. Cooksey forward, more high than too far forward, and Owen Dean's done really well to win that and put it back in play towards Shamal Edwards, who will chase this down all the way. Harris does well to get rid of it with his left foot. Canane more up, but straight to Joe Jackson, and now at the feet of Jack Dean, who goes long. And that's with Dean Raw into Sanders. He's been nudged, but nothing given. Felt like a push in the back, but those ones aren't given this early in the game.
Brilliant tackle.
Really, really well to win the ball back in midfield.
Just that steal we were talking about, Joe Jackson there. He's not just a ball player, he adds that element of steal.
Canane. Max Meaton with some time on the ball. Goes back across towards Harry Cooksey with a very fancy touch on the far side into Tom Smith, who is back on the pitch and moving fine by what I can see. Infield to Dean Raw, who's dropped in and found Daryl Sanders, who rolls the ball under his studs and finds the ball across the face of goal, and well dealt with by Sanders. Player Farnham should have got across. Now into a bit of space, Cooksey into Jack Dean, who beats his man, puts it across the bottom of the box.
Well done. Well done by Harris there. Just shows you there what Jack Dean gives you. Up and down all game. Beat his man. He's really good at beating his man and getting the ball in.
First touch is
always a really quick decision from Jack Dean as well.
Harris with the kick. Short to what I can only describe as a right wing back. He's been pinned in and it's Farnham's ball.
Yeah, I said earlier, Sandhurst will be hoping those wing backs are. Those wing backs they want to keep. As Farnham will be defenders.
Paul Sandhurst tries to go over the top.
It's all about.
Pat Nashing the ball forward towards Sandhurst, who's not the player I'd be kicking long to. Owen Dean, who's much better in the air. Sandhurst softly into Shamal Edwards. Sandhurst picks it back up, knocks it through the legs into Owen Dean. I'm not sure how that's offside either, but he's been given. Quick movement from Farnham.
It's been a real trend early in the season. Farnham players being called offside. Is it? They just seem a bit quicker than the other players.
Yeah, that could be the reason. Played short from Sandhurst. Will that be a sort of characteristic that we see? He's brought down. Upset from them. And Liam Harris kicks the ball straight out of play.
Look, Liam Harris did a really good job for Farnham. Some real memorable performances. If there was an area of his game,
yeah, it would be distribution.
Yeah,
brilliant shot stop as he proved away at Jersey.
Yeah, and Batchelor at home was a real good game for him as well. But
ball stands up. Ooh, Shamal Evans just underneath it.
But really good keeper. I think will have a really good career in non-league.
I agree. Big hands, Liam Harris.
Yes.
Massive hands.
Right there, Rooney! No further, Rooney!
Slow tempo to the game so far, with only a few chances for Farnham early on, 2 of which given offside. Sandhurst are going to want to play out from the back, and they've done well there, but Farnham have won it back, and Shamal Edwards finds Daryl Sanders, who just overhits the ball into Dean Rule, but that's another good opportunity for Farnham to get the ball forward.
Yeah, really nice defender from Tom. Just hopefully showing signs that he's shaken off that injury.
Jackson again, a nice piece of interception, but not many have got past him so far early on.
No time on it, just be aware behind.
Owen Dean cuts it out with a header. Harry Cooksey. Can he get the ball on the floor? And finds a lovely pass to Ryan Kinane, who finds Sanders. Tom Smith on the far side, who, like Frank says, is moving absolutely fine now. Sanders tries something a bit too clever, not quite on the same wavelength as Tom Smith. Probably overhit anyway.
Keep it coming, Desert! This one is this side, get Logan on me!
It's been a goal at Knapp Hill. They take the lead against Shearwater.
Okay.
Knapp Hill, obviously disappointing draw for them on Saturday, looking to respond quickly. Shearwater had a good win.
Did against Hadley. Probably one of the surprises of the fixture list. Shearwater always have the ability to, like, one of those teams that can turn up and be brilliant. As Shamal Edwards drifts past the Sandhurst defender, tries to get the ball across and wins a Farnham corner, which Farnham are more dangerous from this season than they have been in the past. And that danger is marauding up the pitch currently, number 5 Ryan Kinane.
Yeah, he scored a really good goal in pre-season. Always the aim. Sometimes with these sort of things, though, he does seem to get double or triple teamed.
And maybe then the decoy. Great ball in, towards the goalkeeper, and he's done well. Can he get the shot away? He can't. Harry Cooksey now. Sanders lifts it up towards Kinane, who heads it back towards goal, but it's easy pickings for Liam Harris with no real power to generate.
Always going to be tricky to score those. But probably not quite the right angle for him to get it back, so tricky one. Probably with hindsight could have played that across goal.
Cooksey. Kinane. It's a poor pass from Kinane. but Thomas Smith does really well to clear that. And now there's an opportunity for Farnham to get the ball forward. That's a really poor pass from Joe Jackson.
Uncharacteristic.
Farnham needs to settle down here and regain possession of the ball. They'll do well. Ryan Canane back to Pat Nash, who goes long towards Thomas Smith. He does really well. Edwards wins a Farnham throw-in and takes it quickly to Smith, who's got a bit of space. Cooksley tries that ball inside to Shamal Edwards, who's always a threat. And again, Farnham given offside. Sandhurst with free kick. Deep inside their own half. Have one opportunity to get the ball forward so far, Sandhurst. And they have another here. Canane deals with it well.
It feels a bit flat here, doesn't it?
It does. This is where you need one or two chances just to lift the mood, lift the spirits. Farnham still in control. I've created certainly the better chances when they've got the ball forward.
Move the ball! Keep the ball moving! Move the ball!
Canane, instructions from below us on the bench for Farnham to move the ball faster. Jackson, meet. Canane. Canane to Smith. Canane encourages Meaton to come forward with the first touch, and he does, and he finds Jack Dean. That's a nice move. Who then finds his brother down the line, and he's done incredibly well. That's
He's so good at that.
Trademark Owen Dean touch. Gets into the box, and that is going to be a corner kick for Farnham Town. Really, really nicely done by Owen Dean on that near side.
Yeah, he just loves that little tackle. He always seems to come
like
over.
A scoop tackle to regain possession. And because if you win the ball there, you have beaten the man already.
Yeah, because he's on the floor typically.
Just bring the keeper, you and Shan! Don't go out, Tom, just deliver!
Nappier beating Fleet, not Shearwater. Poor source of information in our pocket.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with us guys, sorry.
Tom Smith at the corner, looks deep towards Canane, who does well to get it back across goal, but no Farnham player attacking it. And Sandhurst have a bit of space here to bring the ball forward. He's trying to play the outside of the boot, he's done it really well. Oh, wasted in the end, I think he's hold it up. Farnham.
You're over there, you're back in here. This is a two, I don't give a fuck. Let's go, Sandhurst.
A little bit of frustration creeping in for Farnham.
Yeah, they're just not keeping the ball quite like they have in the last couple of games. But when they go forward, they still look dangerous, and that's the sort of flick on you're going to get with Owen Dean. Dean Rule back towards Sanders, shoots, saved, and there's an injury down here. Owen Dean. I think when he won the header, it's probably just got a knock, either a head clash or maybe an elbow. Farnham Town with another good opportunity to get the ball towards goal, and it ends in a shot and a good save from Harris, but relatively routine.
Yeah, one of those ones he should have saved, but still needed saving.
1v1, he comes out, you just square him up. He's going to do nothing. You get the ball, the edge of the box, they just turn, they kick it over your head.
Owen Dean, obviously, really, really good season last season, his first proper season in men's football, after a few fleeting appearances in the year before, but, you know, this season a huge opportunity for him, and playing in that 9 role.
Season to remember really for him last season. Was probably Farnham's brightest player in the first chunk of the season. Ended it with a hat-trick in the cup final and a huge opportunity this season. You know, you'd say he's playing in a better team now, should get more opportunities. But also, he's going to have to be patient at times with minutes. There's a very good quality squad here. It's about how he takes his opportunity when he's got him. And tonight's a big opportunity, so I hope he can sort of get back fit and get playing again.
Absolutely, right. The ball is on the far side. with Dean Rule, who cuts inside and heads it towards. Oh, and it's gone all the way out for a goal kick from a sort of cross-come shot from Dean Rule. And the instruction again below us is, Farnham needs to be gambling more up front.
Certainly creating a lot of chances.
And that ball's gone all the way through to Pat Nash. Cooksley with a lot of space in the middle to Tom Smith. Jack Dean's still got a lot of space on this near side to us because of the formation mismatch. Joe Jackson now finds Jack Dean, who clips it over the top to Sandhurst, who gets taken out late, and Farnham would have probably preferred to play it on there, but they're going to
imagine he's going to book him if he's... Thought if he's going to stop play there, he's going to at least brandish a card, but he hasn't.
Opportunity again for Farnham to get the ball in the box. How many minutes played? 19.5 minutes played. Farnham definitely a dominant team, caused most of the problems, just not really carved out a gilt-edged chance yet. Have had the ball in the back of the net in the first couple of minutes, and offside. Sanders over the ball. Whips it in, it's really good. Attacked by Edwards, but over the top into the houses.
Just going to go through a few of the comments. We've got a little bit of a break here.
Anyone slagging me off?
No, not yet. A few up the towns. Where's Lewis Flatman? Lewis Flatman is injured today. Hopefully back for the FA Cup game on Saturday.
Calf problem for Flatman.
A couple of people mentioning Ricky Wellard on the bench, former AFC Wimbledon player.
Yep.
But yeah, appreciate all your comments and let us know if you're enjoying the game.
Jack Dean misses the header and Sandhurst got the ball. 8 choice to play it inside. Meaton does well, as does Pat Nash, only concede a throw.
I think he's just hit my car.
Sandhurst with an opportunity a bit further up the pitch. It's a really nice touch. Playing those strolls out with the ball and plays it back to Nash. Kick it. But only as far as a Sandhurst throw-in. Farnham inviting a bit of pressure in here, as the dog to my left barks quite loud. It's a big dog as well, sorry, in the colours. Sandhurst with an opportunity, they drift in field. That was a silly tackle from Jackson.
His hand sort of gave that, really.
Yeah.
Look, Farnham should be one up. It's difficult when you have scored a legitimate goal, but they've got to sort of pick themselves up from that.
Ball goes over the top. Wasteful really from Sandhurst, given their limited chances so far, as that only goes out for a goal kick. Farnham to get some of his rhythm back.
Definitely. I think they need to use this right-hand side a little bit more. Jack and Owen seem to be in acres of space over here.
And when we have, that's where the chance came for when the goal was disallowed. But even Owen Dean's had a few chances as well getting up. Does well again to get up, and Jackson plays it over the top, and that's the ball that Shamal Edwards will want to run onto all game. But the defender has done really well to get in front of him and get it back to Liam Harris.
Look, fair play to Sandhurst. They've come here, they've got a plan, and so far it's working out for them.
Absolutely. 22 minutes gone. And again, Joe Jackson cuts out the ball. Owen Dean into try and find Dean Rule, who is encouraged not to. Ball stayed in. Sanders plays it inside, really nicely defended. But only goes as far as Owen Dean, who keeps the ball at his feet. Nice, stuck under his feet. Cooksey does well. Joe Jackson wants to find Sanders. He cuts inside, shoots. How that hasn't gone in, I'll never know.
I'll be honest, it looked from here offside, but Maybe the other one was playing on his mind, but yeah.
I think what also played on Owen's mind is he missed one of those chances on Saturday where the ball was palmed out and he stuck it against the post from close range. A confident striker just strikes that into the back of the net.
Yep.
But a chance again for Farnham. A chance coming from a Sandhurst shot.
In these sort of games when you're playing against a team that are playing quite deep and you're expected to win, maybe you just need that breakthrough from a set piece.
Ball goes in from Tom Smith, ahead of Canane, with glances. Looks like it's another corner. No, it's been given as a goal kick. Again, Sandhurst play quick and short and do well to take a couple of Farnham players out of the game. As the ball comes forward. Number 7, who started on this near left-hand side. But that Sandhurst are onside here. Oh no, the flag goes up late.
Get him up, JJ. Get him up there.
Nash with the ball.
Tuck in, Dino, tuck in.
Again on this right-hand side, Jack Dean got a lot of space.
Yeah, I think you're going to get that all game with the difference in formation. That's the pocket, isn't it? And Jack Dean's so good on the ball and good going forward that if he does get a chance, then you fancy him just to win it. But that's a great knock-on. Sanders, low, good save. Farnham get a lot of joy out of headers being knocked on into forwards.
Little flick-ons. They're gambling in those situations. Now they need to gamble in the next situation.
Canane with a huge amount of time. Farnham, asserted some dominance over the last couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Good chances. Got the crowd back up and a bit more excited than they were.
Stay in here, stay in here. That's fine, just shuffle. That's fine.
I have to say, the surface we're playing on today versus the surface we played on Saturday is quite different. Allows the football that Farnham want to play. That's a lovely ball into the channel by Tom Smith.
He's been given offside.
Another offside. Must be the 5th, 6th of the game so far, maybe more.
There's been a goal at Tooting and Mitcham, and it's gone to the hosts. So Tooting lead 2-0 against Balham.
Okay, nice. Kieran Campbell on the score sheet again?
Not too sure, but it's a pretty disappointing start to the season if you're Balham.
Yeah, they get off to poor starts and then they start getting going. Really good coaching staff there, and we saw at the back end of the season playing them twice.
Very
playing
fit
twice
side.
at home, very fit, and they just pop the ball about. And they some of the goals they scored the 2 goals they scored in the cup final against us in the last game of the season were really nice footballing goals.
Sort of side that go on little runs, don't they? They sort of maybe lose 3 and then they might win 4 in a row. Or
Sanders with the ball. Ball played out wide.
I think that's a corner.
That's a corner ball and a chance for Sanders to get the ball into the box.
Get the big lads up.
Farnham needs to deal with these chances for Sandhurst. They've gone short again. That seems to be their MO. Shamal Edwards will pick this up if he can hold it. He does well. Into Smith on the breakaway.
Watch Owen Dean in the middle. Watch Owen Dean.
Owen Dean's breaking forward, as is Daryl Sanders. And Shamal Edwards can't quite get the ball out of his feet. But it was a good counter-attack from Farnham. Canane wants to restart it, but he can't quite get the ball out wide to Tom Smith. But the ball goes out of the ground. Edwards been involved in lots of the build-up, but we want him in the middle.
Yeah, he's a player that is absolutely electric on his day. Can be frustrating.
There's a chance here. Sanders sips it through. Owen Dean across the face. And that ball has gone out for a throw. Jackson.
Yes, well done.
Rule with a touch that was probably more fortuitous than what he meant.
Time to deliver.
Great ball across. Cooksey strikes it first time. A Tom Smith cross. Here comes Farnham again though, with Jack Dean. Ball goes into the box, that's not what Farnham need, but it does come out to Harry Cooksley, who flicks it up, and that's to nobody really. Farnham got them penned in, and that ball is only going to go out as far as Dean Rule, who plays it inside.
Sanders just starting to get, starting to drop deeper.
Dean Rule.
Starting to get penned in.
Tom Smith.
Good, leave that pocket in there, good.
Harry Cooksley.
Good.
Right, okay. Farnham are happy to have the ball in these areas and build up a bit of rhythm, something that we probably lacked in the first 20 minutes. Chance here. Dean Rule into the box. Inside. Needs to shoot. Doesn't. Shamal Edwards. 2 men on the floor for Farnham.
I know the defender didn't get the ball. Look.
But Farnham rebuild. Well, you guys at home have got a better look at that foul than probably we do. If you can go back and let us know, you can. But here's a chance. Not Owen Dean, this is Daryl Sanders on the far side. I'm not sure what he's given. He's given a corner.
Starting to pick up now.
Much better. Official attendance has been texted. It's about where we were for the average of last season. 3-6-1 here at Memorial Ground on a Tuesday night in August. Whilst everyone's away on holiday, that's not bad. That's not bad. Chance for Farnham to get the ball in the box again. Daryl Sanders with the cross from the corner. It's a good corner. Oh, and it's fed itself out to Owen Dean. Cooksley. Joe Jackson. That's a
Keeper's going to get that.
Cross in the circumstances.
Needed a fizzer.
Goalkeeper gets it.
Doesn't come wide, Owen. Leaving, well done, it's coming. Well done. On his touch, on his touch. Yeah, good. Hey, place it, it's coming. A little bit quicker in the front of the back. Come on.
Meaton. Jackson. Kane out to Tom Smith in this left back area. He's had quite a lot of space, as both of Farnham fullbacks have found so far in this game. Kane gets the ball out of his feet on the halfway line. Finds Cooksley. And finds Kane again. Farnham again just happy to have the ball.
Hey, slope in there, well done! Well done! Relax, relax. Go this way, go!
Kane. Rule into Owen Dean, who will look for his brother Jack on this far side, who then play the ball around the corner into Owen Dean, who gets the ball. Back to Rule. Jack Dean. Looks like an overhit cross, but that's actually where most of the Farnham players were. Great touch from Daryl Sanders. Ball around the corner. Lino's got his flag down for the first time in the match, and Farnham can't make it pay. Farnham throw that.
Really nice patient play there from Farnham. They didn't
Had the ball for a long time.
Yeah, they didn't sort of. There's a real temptation just to go long in those situations, but they stuck true to their principles.
Sanders. It's Smith, and it's out for another Farnham throw.
Another goal at Tooting. Sounds like a barnstorming game. Balham have got one back.
It's 2-1. How he's come out with the ball, I don't know there. It looked like an overhead pass, but
Keep it moving.
that is very uncharacteristic. But Jack Dean has done incredibly well to keep that in Farnham's possession.
Bit of a collector's item there.
And Shamal Edwards is. Oh, I thought he'd got past the last defender. First touch is not what Sandhurst needed in order to get up the pitch.
Yeah, look, when you're in a game where you're sort of penned in, you want your striker to buy you a bit of time there, buy you an extra second, and he's just giving it straight back. I'm surprised he didn't get more of an earful. Maybe that's just because it's such a young squad.
Nash goes long towards Owen Dean, who's found a huge amount of success so far. Does really well to get it down on his chest. Dean Rule, Jackson finds Sanders in space, who rolls the ball over.
He's got to deliver.
Tom Smith looks to deliver, but goes out for Farnham throw.
Got a goal at Addleston Moor.
For Abbey Rangers.
It's for Cobham.
Wow, Cobham got off to a shaky start against Guildford on the weekend, but
yeah, Abbey one of the sort of title favourites, and not quite started the season as everyone would have thought.
So Another poor pass for Farnham, and this is a real opportunity for Sandhurst to get the ball forward, if they can. Foul maybe what they would have wanted there, Farnham. Canadians back there to clear up, but that was poor. That was poor.
Look, I think this is a good test for Farnham. The first 2 games we've seen, they've had it all their own way, and they've not got that tonight. So how do they react to those little moments of adversity?
Finds a cross, but not quite bodies in the box for Sandhurst. But they've given up a corner ball. Another opportunity for Sandhurst to get the ball in the box, and could silence the home fans here with a goal against another play. Goes in. That does well. It's only as far as the edge of the box, and that's another corner. Corner penned in here a bit.
Set pieces obviously were an issue last year, and defensively they've brought in Canane, a lot more experience. Jack Dean's very good in the air as well. I'll be hoping that.
So having players like Owen Dean, starting games, is an area threat. There's a man on the edge of the box, completely unmarked. No one's talking back there for Farnham. There's an unmarked player, and the ball's going straight towards him. Again, there's still an unmarked player on the edge of the box. No foul.
It's gone down easily.
It's gone down easily. If you went for a bit of conviction, you could see it was one of those ones that was clumsy back there, an unnecessary tackle to make. Again, those of you watching online will have a better view of that than we do.
We don't yet have the luxury of replays up here.
Ball goes long. It's a nice touch from the Sandhurst centre back. Finally to get some shape back after having a dominant sort of 8 or 9 minutes, and Sandhurst have kind of dictated play with some set pieces over the last couple. 35 minutes played here. It's been all Farnham, you'd say, but haven't been able to find the killer touch, and neither can Tom Smith find the right touch there, as he's been beaten there. And there's a chance here for Sandhurst to get the ball in the box, but again, Tom Smith has got back well to deny it, and Canane gets it forward.
On ball.
And Shamalo wins.
Murray, quickly! Get ready!
Not sure really what's going on here. Farnham,
Just a little bit sloppy.
You're going to book him? Yeah. It's a booking for time wasting. I think that's a bit unfair. Sandhurst have a chance. It's another offside. Definitely been the theme of the game so far.
Yeah, been offsides, bit false starts, offsides, free kicks, ball. It felt like the ball's not been in play for that amount of time, but.
Loads of goals to update you on. Spelthorne are 2-0 down at home to Shearwater. Naphill have conceded to Fleet. It's now 1-1. Abbey have conceded a second goal to Cobham.
Wow.
And Tooting have conceded, and Balham have brought it back to 2-2.
Very interesting set of results so far.
No goals so far at Alton for either Alton or Jersey.
Go beyond it, JJ.
Or Red Hill, there's no goals.
No.
Foul in the middle.
Epsom pretty unlucky to lose from what I hear, so interesting to see how they get on today against Red Hill.
Jack Dean into the channel.
If you're struggling, just go down. Yeah?
Throw into Sandhurst, sort of in line with their penalty area. 38 minutes played.
We win it.
Jack Dean with the header. Ball only goes out as far as Joe Jackson. Daryl Sanders out wide by Harry Cooksley. Into the feet of Tom Smith. Back to Cooksley, who finds the corner. And Daryl Sanders. Joe Jackson plays the ball across the pitch into Jack Dean's path, who looks for Dean Rule, and he gets it. Now, Joe Jackson, he turns nicely and finds Sanders. Normally his first look is to find Sanders in that sort of 10 position. Round the corner, into Jackson. Sanders looks one touch. Shoot, and that probably wasn't the right idea.
Yeah, Joe and Daz got that real connection. They don't not only have played together for a long time, but actually lived together. So you think of any two players, maybe Jack Dean and Owen Dean, but maybe Daryl Sanders and Joe Jackson got the best connection on the pitch.
Sanders again happy to go short every single time. Can aim with the header. Oh, that's a tackle that Tom Smith would not have wanted to make based on the early injury that he picked up. Ball's forward with Sandhurst. The ball goes into the box. Oh, I think Nash has done really, really well there in the end. He's heading into what looked like the top corner. Jack Dean finds Owen Dean, who can't quite get it under control.
It's actually interesting. Maybe those areas where Sandhurst get a little bit of a foothold and get forward, can they be the areas where Farnham can then break?
Joe Jackson.
Sort of bring them out a little bit, draw them out.
Sanders. Goal for Croydon at Hawley, as Jamal Edwards picks up the ball on that far side. Can he beat his man? He can't. Oh, but he's won a corner. Didn't look like he needed to.
5 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah, it's been a dominant Farnham display. I don't think it's been that exciting.
Maybe that sort of attacking the clock end in the second half.
Certainly what?
Going to need to suck the ball in.
Well, they look short. Farnham looks short. Sanders, he's got the ball. Can he flick it back? Nearly can get it. Meaton does well. Finds Canay. Jack Dean, who beats his man at his first touch, as we talked about. There's a chance for Jack Dean to strike it here. Oh, will it find its way back out? It won't. But he's got the ball back. Sanders. Farnham ordered to be patient.
Harry Cooksley.
Not a position you normally see him. Just tries to stand it up. That's got out of play.
You right? You right? You were a bit earlier, Jacko. Lucky. You're bigger though.
Ball goes long from the goal kick for one of the first times this game. Sandhurst.
Good. Head down.
That is really nice pressure from Farnham in order to win the ball back.
Good pressure.
Ball goes forward. Sanders picks the ball up. Bit of intensity from Farnham. Jack Dean. Cooksley. Out wide. Forces Tom Smith forward. Jamal Edwards ducked into the header. Sanders can't quite clear it. Jackson wins it. Sanders wins the ball. Flicks it out to. Ooh, it's blocked by his own man there, Dean Rule. But he wins the ball back. That's been something that's happened over and over again for them, as they've got the ball on the edge of this box. But Sanders camping very, very deep, as you'd expect them to. Cooksley. Farnham look to rebuild. Meaton with a nice pass. Sanders skins his man. Oh, and it's just behind Dean Rule, but Farnham are the only men anywhere near the halfway line. Sanders looking to hold on until half time. Joe Jackson out wide to Tom Smith. Finds Cooksey back inside. Dean Rule. Jack Dean now. Jackson overlapping. Chance to get the ball in the box. He does get it on the outside. Edwards controls it, not with his hand. Oh, falls over as he takes it. But again, Jackson picks up the ball. He's done really well. He's guided past him into Owen Dean. Shot. Oh, it's a really good save. It's a really good save. It's a really good chance.
He's made no spectacular saves, but he's had to make quite a few of those.
Cooksey with a brilliant first time pass out to. Oh, that is a real shame. That is a real shame. Thompson getting out of control. Joe Jackson there with a really nice spell of play. Ball goes forward. Canane deals with that really, really well and knocks it long towards Jamal Edwards. Probably gets a little push in the back there, but all's fair.
Not quite had his game today, Jamal Edwards.
Just challenge, good aid.
It's a great header. Farnham again look to rebuild. Cooksey, ball over the top.
I think he's off that time.
Yeah, he looked off. He looked off there.
Doesn't need to be.
No. 44 minutes played. It will be a bit out of time, based on the Tom Smith stoppage and early in the half, which was probably...
Wouldn't hold your breath.
4+ minutes, I'd say.
I wouldn't hold your breath for that.
No, no, as I've already seen the offside call that they made earlier. I'm not sure, we're going to be seeing the most competent. Farnham with a bit of time. Cooksey tries spectacular. Farnham look a bit slow, a bit off the pace here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Saturday, Tuesday.
Don't know if they. You'd say normally there's always one team that needs half time, one team that doesn't want half time.
That's a great touch, by the way.
I'm not sure who those teams are.
That's a great touch. He's got a huge amount of space. There's no midfielder. Tom Smith does really well to actually clear up there.
Yeah, who do you think? Which manager wants half time more? Neither.
Hard to say, neither really. I think Sandhurst have done a really good job.
Or maybe both.
Sandhurst have done a really good job, and they'd be absolutely delighted to come out of here with a point. That's another poor pass. Trying to force it, Farnham. When they've had their best chances, they've knocked it about.
They've gone through their phases, but they've not really gone through the phases.
Get the ball forward. He's kept it in. Ball goes in, and there is nobody in the Farnham box attacking the goal as Nash picks it up and distributes straight away to Sanders. Dean Rule needs to get his head up. He does. He finds Jackson. There is Jack Dean on the overlap. He finds him. Can he get into the box? He does. Probably not the perfect pass he wanted. Ball gets up, and Liam Harris will get that all day long.
There'll be a lot longer than 1 minute to go.
Red Hill take the lead just before half time at Epsom and Ewell.
Squeeze it!
Joe Jackson. Max meeting. Time for Sanders. Can he get his head up? Time for Owen Dean. Strides forward. Dean Rule flicks it out to Harry Cooksey, who again encourages Tom Smith to get the ball forward. He does really well, skips past his man, gets the ball forward into the box. And it's in! It's in! And Farnham Town have broken the deadlock just before half time. I mean, it's so unlucky for Harris. He does so well.
Yeah, it's a brilliant first save, but word for Tom Smith there. Skipped past the man.
Makes a space for himself.
Yeah, and then Sanders, 2 bites at the cherry, but he gets the goal. He's up and running again. His 3rd goal in as many games.
Can't stop him scoring. You can't stop him scoring. It's a weird one because I want to say Farnham deserve it because they have been the better team, but they haven't deserved really to go 1-0 up against this Sandhurst team going into half time in that fashion.
No, it's a bit of a gut punch for Sandhurst,
yeah.
who have acquitted themselves well. But That's football, really.
Sandhurst coaches unhappy with Farnham celebrating a goal. And there is a goal for Fleet away and uphill. Now 2-1 Fleet. And a goal for Cobham just before half time as well. That's 3 goals for Cobham against Abbey at Abbey.
What a night in the combined.
Still no goals for Alton or Jersey.
Just one regular night of combined counties. That's all we asked for.
We will leave you for half time. We won't, host some sort of Monday night football half-time chat show.
I know that's what you're after.
Yeah, I know that is what you're after. But there's a chance here for Farnham as they can break just before half-time. Sanders wide to Dean. Dean, can he stand it up? He can. Oh, it's a great chance for Farnham. Not sure how he can possibly be offside. What's he given?
Didn't he play the ball?
He played the ball. It's one of the worst shouts I've ever seen.
That's 2 disallowed goals there for Farnham that should have stood.
Janet Jackson did. He did stick it in the back of the net. Farnham management team can't say they're happy with that decision.
To be honest, rightly so. I mean...
And after 4 minutes of added time, Farnham go into the break 1-0 to the good, thanks to a scrappy Daryl Sanders goal. And we'll be back with you in about 15 minutes' time. Thank you for joining. Come back for the second half.
3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome back to the Memorial Grounds. 1-0 Farnham Town here. It's been a convincing first half. It's not been very cutthroat, would be how I'd describe it, Frankie Hobbs. No, dominated the ball, dominated possession, and Paul Johnson's coming over to talk to us here.
So he's offside, and the linesman still thinks he's offside. Mad, isn't it?
Paul Johnson, who has shown the linesman the footage of the offside, and the
There was
linesman
two.
still
There was
thinks
two.
he's offside.
The other one looked on as well.
But that's by the by. Farnham are 1-0 up, and Frankie Hobbs, Sandhurst are going to have to come out and play a different kind of game if they want to try and get something from this game now.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they react. It's not often you come to a football match, team takes the lead, and the management team are probably not going to be happy. So we're going to see a reaction from Farnham as well as Sandhurst, who obviously went down.
I don't think Sandhurst done that much wrong, to be honest.
They haven't offered a lot. That's
But were you expecting them to come here and offer a lot? First home game for Farnham.
I just think some of those opportunities where they have, had a break, they have got it down the wing, or they have sort of progressed the ball. They've not really had anyone sort of throwing themselves forward. So you need that threat going the other way, otherwise it's just going to keep coming.
And that it has. And Farnham, like I said, are 1 goal to the good. The half-time scores, though, around the combined counties, if you're watching and you even care a jot. Knaphill 1, Fleet Town 2, Farnham 1, Sandhurst 0, Spelthorne 0, Shearwater 2, Abbey Rangers 0, Cobham 3, Epsom 0, Redhill 2, Tootingham Mitcham 2, Balham 2, Alton 0, Jersey 0, Croydon Athletic 1, Hawley Town 0. So the teams that are going back-to-back on wins as it stands are
Farnham
Town, Redhill, Shearwater and Fleet.
Are those
not the 4 teams that you would have said at the start of the season?
The thing is, very interesting game there to watch is Alton Jersey. Jersey obviously lost at the weekend. Are they going to start the season 2 games without a win?
And we know in order to win this league, you can only drop points 5 or 6 times. So to do 2 in the opening exchanges. But Jersey always like a late away goal.
They do.
Farnham Town will get us underway in this second half. And Harry Cooksey does just that to Ryan Canane, who kicks it long. And straight out for the throw. Farnham Town to box them in and kick towards the clock end, where some magical moments have happened over the last year. We saw Ricky Wellard, warming up quite intensely in the half-time break. Frankie Hobbs, where would you see him coming on?
Probably one of those 2 advanced midfield positions, Dean or maybe one of the deeper midfielders. But I think Farnham got that goal. Paul Johnson's just going to see how they sort of respond to his half-time instructions.
Canane goes long. Probably one of the first times we've seen him go long, and it's a really nice ball back inside with the head. Now Sanders.
Jackson's in the middle there. Oh.
Lovely back heel. Towards Jack Dean, who wins Farnham a throw-in. Nice bit of intricate play. Farnham, the first time they've kind of gone long with Canane there.
Yeah, I think you've got to mix it up. You've got to keep the defence honest.
Farnham Town throw on the far side as a Sandhurst player runs it out.
Yeah, Farnham obviously do try and get it down, play short, but at times they've got to go direct. You've got to be a threat both ways.
Farnham will look to rebuild this attack from defence. Out to Tom Smith.
Good. Hayden, that's it. Sit in, please. Good.
On this near side to us now, Farnham shooting right to left.
Stay Hayden, good.
Canane
Shuffle it.
across the back to Meaton. Now to Jack Dean.
That's fine. Good.
Farnham happy to come back across and keep the ball as they go long blocks overhead
Hayden,
from Ryan Canane.
Dylan Key, excellent. Come on.
He's a player who holds himself to a high standard. He'll be wanting more from himself there. Cooksey wins it.
Cooksey's probably tried a bit too much there. And Canane clears up and gets towards Shamal Edwards, who does flick it on, but too lowly goes out for a Sandhurst goal kick. Interesting there Liam Harris happy for it to go out for a goal kick rather than...
Saw just one to watch there, Canane just feeling his groin.
Good, let's go! Forward, can play forward, Kai!
Sandhurst go long. Over the top, want Meaton there to clear things up. Pat Nash closed down. But Farnham do well to get it away.
A little bit of a higher press there from Sandhurst.
Taking Sandhurst's forward line out of the game. And this is Jack Dean marauding forward, out wide. Jack Dean now with the ball across the box to Shaman Edwards, who's good header, and it's a really, really nice save by Liam Harris. Across to his right, and Farnham falls in the corner.
Yeah, ball in, Shams in the box where you want him. Good header, even better save.
He's been very good so far in the Sandhurst goal. Liam Harris, if you missed it earlier, he was a Farnham Town player last season, and we know how good he is with his hands. Corner to Farnham. I haven't got a great view of it here. I'm going to move across the entry. Ball goes in, it's not beating the first man. Farnham restart possession, can't quite get the ball from Dean Rule into Dean Rule done really well in order to win it back, but he's not very happy with himself off the backhand pass. First Farnham Army chance from the clock end.
Referee! Thank you!
Free kick given against Dean Rule for
Really poor.
Really poor from Sandhurst. They need to keep the ball, that's not what they want to do. Jackson out to Owen Dean, who comes across the pitch and loses the ball, but he's lucky that it only goes to Cooksley, who tries the spectacular, but it hits the head of number 7 for Sandhurst and stops the Farnham attack. Ryan Kinane looks for Daryl Sanders, who's come back into this little left-back position, drives forward with the ball with some space. Out wide to Tom Smith. Can he get the ball across? He can. And Liam Harris as well in the Sandhurst goal to collect it. It's felt like Sandhurst are rushing possession slightly. And Farnham are happy to press. But they've done really well there to break through. But again, it's a poor pass. And Farnham have come away with the ball there. Step over from Sanders in midfield. Out wide to Tom Smith, who's got acres of space. But Sanders do manage to get themselves back. Harry Cooksley looks up.
George, what are you?
Smith again. Sanders, Cooksley. Bit of space here. Finds Cooksley again. Can he? That's a really nice tackle. It's a really nice tackle. A bit of time for Sanders to get it forward. Tom Smith tracks back and Farnham have managed to reset. And again, Frankie, those are the opportunities that Sanders you think have got to take.
It's a bit of a block there.
Number 9 tries to find number 7. There's a bit of space here. On the edge of the box for him to strike it. Oh, but he's tried to be far too intricate. And it's filtered through to Pat Nash, who goes long quickly. And Shaman Edwards has looked to pounce. It's a silly foul to make in that area of the pitch.
Oh look, real theme of Step 5 football is really tight first half. Second half starts tight again, but the game does start to open up. And it's who has more quality in those moments where the game opens up. Paul Johnson will be hoping it's his team.
No early movements from the Farnham bench, despite intense warm-ups at half-time. Liam Harris sends his Sandhurst team forward with a kick. Kinane gets the header, but only as far as Meaton, who loses the ball as he goes forward towards Shaman Edwards. Bit of space for Sandhurst. And they're starting to find a bit of space here inside the Farnham half, and Tom Smith has done well to win the ball back there and done an incredible job of kicking it with 2 feet before he kicks it out of play. Ball hooked away, and Edwards needs to hold this up.
Done well.
Done really well. And now Joe Jackson's got time. And he's found Jamal Edwards in a bit of space. Out wide. Can Edwards get the ball? He can. He's absolutely skinned it. Oh, he's done well over the defender.
Time. Hold it. Good boy.
They're leaving a lot more players further forward, Sandhurst, than they did in the first half. And as you said, Frank,
Here comes Max Meaton.
the game is a lot more stretched than it was. Max Meaton used to get ideas. Jamal Edwards has to score those. Could kill the game with a goal. Those are the chances he's got to put away. He's got to get back on side. As Daryl Sanders goes forward and shoots, but it's only straight to Liam Harris. What a great chance.
Yeah, it was a brilliant ball in. It was begging to be scored. That Max Meaton run quite reminiscent of Ange in the cup final there.
Absolutely.
A little bit less pace.
Charlie Postons goes for a warm-up. He'll be watching on, thinking, oh, I fancy one of those.
They've really put the ball in the box well tonight, and Charlie's someone who, given that service, is going to eat it all day and night.
I'm happy to set up with some shape here and press the ball high. The ball goes long. And actually, the Sandhurst striker has done really well to keep hold of the ball there. Probably one of the first times in the game.
Tough old night for him up there.
Yeah. That's two very experienced defenders. Trying to do well to win the ball or stop the ball coming forward when they get to midfield, Sandhurst. But they're starting to get some joy. But that was a poor pass again. The ball goes forward. Sanders. Oh, that's another poor pass. Trying to force it again.
The game is becoming stretched. Fans really getting behind the team now.
Check my pocket for any early second half goals. And there is a second half goal early on too. Spelthorne have scored at home to Shearwater, and Croydon scored. No, sorry, Croydon have equalised 1-1. Out wide to Tom Smith here at the final Townsmore ground. Finally 1-0. Ball goes across. Gone over
Another ball you'd want Charlie Postons in the box for.
over the head of Owen Dean and out for a goal kick.
Quite an awkward angle to get across off.
Finally to get back into their rhythm. Sandhurst have done well to break it up in these early stages of the second half.
Sandhurst have offered a lot more in this half and have actually tried and played stuff, and they look a good side when they want to get going.
Jack Dean wins the ball going forward. Now is a bit of space.
That's nice.
In the middle of the pitch, steps on the ball, gets it wide with the outside of his foot, invites Tom Smith, who's come inside, despite there being a lot of space on the outside. But this is Joe Jackson, and that sort of shot is never going to beat a goalkeeper.
Deal, D! Keelan, deal! Again, 10.
You want to see someone put their laces through it.
What have you taught?
One of those ones where, Sanders or Cooksley.
Yeah, it was.
That's not Jackson's game, is it?
No, he scored quite a few goals at Uxbridge, but he's asked to be a bit of a deeper player in this side. But I think it's just a sign of shows you the frustration, shows you that Sandhurst have come here and done well. If they're taking long shots from 30 yards. Is it 4?
Abbey Rangers, and it's 4 at the Moor for Cobham.
Interesting game actually, because Farnham travel to Cobham next week, so be interested to see how that goes.
Yeah, Cobham, who lost on the opening day to Guildford. Cobham, like last season, to be honest, are a team that are very, very patchy. Can win against anybody and can lose against anybody.
Bit of a theme of the league.
Here's a chance for Farnham to get the ball forward. Huge amount of space for Jack Dean, who gets past his man and plays the ball across. And it's a corner ball. I think it got to Daryl Sanders in the middle and just miskicked it.
I think Charlie's going to come on in a second there.
Costins, is being ready below us. A lot of balls are coming to the box for Farnham Town, and he's the man you want. But there's a ball inside. No one attacks it for Farnham. But they've managed to get the ball back. Struck out wide into Dean Raw. Cooksey really nicely out wide. Farnham need to get something from this attack. Ball goes out. Sanders! couldn't quite guide it towards the far post.
Not his strong foot.
Went out of his feet really nicely. Couldn't quite shape to shoot how he wanted. What do
Charlie,
you expect the change to be?
I would suggest the change is likely to be Owen Dean.
Leave Shamalia pace on the flick-ons.
Yeah.
And Canane has taken that down. Huge amount of composure. Finds Daryl Sanders, who beats the man. Dean Rule. Sanders, can he flick him in? It's through. It's into Shamal Edwards, who's got to get his head over the ball. Shamal Edwards has not had his night in front of goal. What a chance! What a lovely move.
Yeah, it was brilliant. It was
Daryl Sanders.
Rule and Sanders combining, and then a lovely little step over as well, sort of leaving the ball go. Shamal Edwards, he's got to do better there, but he'll know that, and he'll be back. But yeah, massive chance for Farnham. How many more can they squander?
It's one of those ones where will you look back on it? A chance early in the second half.
Get up!
That's a risky pass from Nash, but it's got away.
I think it is Shamal Edwards coming off.
Smith with a really nice ball over the top into Dean Rule. Can't quite get, but it was a really nice idea.
Wellard and Poston's coming on.
Yeah, double substitution. Don't forget, in this league, step 5 of English football, you can make 5 subs, exactly like Premier League. As the ball goes forward into Dean Rule, Daryl Sanders. Cooksey does really well. Can he get a shot off? Cooksey! I think he's been blocked by his own man again. And Liam Harris does really well. I think it was blocked again by his own man.
I think it's number 11 on that board. Would be a surprising sub.
It's expecting Shamal Edwards to be subbed off for Charlie Postance, and then I'd expect Dean Rule for Ricky Wellard.
Yeah. Or potentially Harry Cooksley, maybe.
Jack Dean clears the ball and goes out of play and out of the ground, and here are the subs. Substitution for Farnham Town. Number 11, Shamal Edwards, who's just missed probably chance of the game if you really look back on it.
Yeah, not his night tonight. Still look dangerous, still look lively as he does every time he takes the pitch.
Coming on Charlie Postance, who will offer Farnham something slightly different.
Yeah, over 30 goals last season. His first game here at home. He had a brilliant game here actually. Didn't score, but had a brilliant game here last year for Abbey Rangers. Bullied the Farnham defence really, and it is Dean Rule coming off for Ricky Wellard. Wellard give us a bit more control in those sort of final third.
We will see the same formation deployed with Wellard and Sanders in behind Postance and Owen Dean.
Surprising one. You'd have thought.
I think Wellard coming on to calm it down. Like, Farnham just rushed things a bit too much. But Sandhurst got the ball, and there was a huge amount of space on the near side for number 2 if they can get the ball across the pitch. And they've played the throw in short, and they will look to move this ball quickly and shoot. That is going to cause absolutely no problems for Pat Nash, but Sandhurst looking to shoot on sight now. There is now a focal point for Pat Nash to get the ball towards.
Yeah, it's interesting. They've probably put a lot of really good service in there. They haven't quite had that focal point. Charlie Postman's going to provide that. It's going to be a different sort of challenge for those defenders. They've had Shamal Edwards' pace all game. Now they've got to go against the sort of brute strength of Charlie Postman's up there.
Towards Wellard, who can't quite get it under control, but it falls out to Jackson. Canane into Smith and back into Canane. And Farnham now definitely getting pressed much higher by Sandhurst, and number 14 is doing that running. But Farnham did really well to come out of it, and come out of it with a huge amount of space with Jack Dean. Jack Dean tries to play the ball over the top into Charlie Postance, who does win the header and provides that focal point that we thought. Huge opportunity for Owen Dean to strike it, and he doesn't do it well. But back into... Foul looked like it was going to be given, but it's... Straight off the post for Harry Cooksey. He stunned that one against the post. Advantage was played by the referee. Got to give him a bit of credit. But there's a ball going forward for Sandhurst, and it's hit the Sandhurst striker's back. And Farnham will look to get this away. But that is a poor pass, and Harry Cooksey, who's just struck the post from 25 yards, is to clear up. Tom Smith on the near side. Farnham, that was the sort of moment that would lift the fans, but also the sort of moment you look back and go, how do we not score more?
Yeah, Cooksley's had a few of those this season.
He's hit the bar, the post, and we've only played 3 games. Jack Dean loves to play with the ball as he comes inside. Wellard's done well to get the ball.
Load up that box.
Into Smith. He's played it on the ground. That's not what we want to see. And there's an opportunity for Sandhurst to get the ball forward, and they're going to play it nicely into the number 14, who's got absolutely nobody with him. Meaton does not need to give away a foul here.
Meaton's done really well to slow him down there. It's really brilliant defending that.
Sandhurst come back out into midfield.
Max, you know, Max filling that in there at centre back as well. It's brilliant defending.
It's definitely a stretch game. Sandhurst not afraid to counter. And that's the ball that they've been looking for all game. There's a...
Good. Good.
That ball's going to come all the way across. And Pat Nash was alive to it and he needed to be. Owen Dean, great flick on. In towards Postons, who will chase it down.
It's a brilliant
Liam
kick.
Harris kicks it. And
Keeper to keeper.
Pat Nash a really sensible shout for his defenders, and it runs all the way through. And plays it short into this left back area with Tom Smith. The goal around the grounds at Tooting against Balham, and Tooting on 3-2 up against a resilient Balham side, obviously, this evening.
Balham always seems to be in very good games.
15 played in this. 19, sorry, played in this second half. As the ball goes forward towards Tom Swift. It's a great touch. He's into the box, plays it across. What a great chance. For Farnham as they get the ball forward to Charlie Postons. It was a tough one as he ran across the defender, but another chance in front of the goal, in front of the clock end for Farnham to kill this game off.
Quite one you'd have backed someone like Olivier Giroud scoring.
Yes.
A little flick of the front post.
Similar players.
So it's sort of one you don't want to make too much contact on. You sort of want to
skim it.
Yeah, sort of have to guide it round.
But a really nice exchange between Canadian's long ball and Tom Smith's first touch pass at defender. Farnham with the foul in the middle against Joe Jefferson. Farnham will want a second goal here to try and kill the game off. Sandhurst still very much in it. Despite not creating many chances, Sandhurst are very much in this. Canadian. Smith. Actually turns. Lets it go to Sandhurst, who drives forward. Skips it back. It was a really clever reverse pass from Daryl Sanders, and the Sandhurst player has just got in the way as he looked to pull the trigger, and it did look like a penalty.
It was a clumsy tackle. You can't make those in the box.
And Sandhurst will get the ball.
We were chatting before the game actually. I did predict him to score 30 goals this season.
Wow. And he has had 6 goal involvements.
I think someone's just been sent off.
6 goal involvements so far for Darryl.
2's been sent off.
2 has been given him his marching orders.
I think it's a second yellow.
Number 2 has been given his marching orders for Sandhurst, and Sandhurst are down to 10, and Daryl Sanders has the ball under his arm. He's had the ball under his arm for a long time now. I don't like it when this happens in penalty.
No, look, the thing is, Sandhurst needs to be careful because if you don't know, if this is your first time tuning into Step 5, if you argue with left too much, you can be sin-binned. So they're down to 10. They definitely don't want to be down to 9.
Sanders over the ball.
Not sure the home fans should really be, trying to play him off, but
scored earlier. He's had 6 goal involvements in his 2 games so far for Farnham Town. Can he make it 7? Against former Farnham Town goalkeeper Liam Harris. Steps up. Save from Harris. It scores in the end. Who is it?
Owen Dean.
Owen Dean at the far post. Lovely cutback from Postons, if it was cutback. But it's enough. It's enough for Farnham, and they never gave up after the penalty was saved.
Well, I think that's the difference. The Farnham side are hungrier. Sandhurst maybe showing a bit of their inexperience there. A lot of young kids out there, they didn't react. Probably that penalty decision still living in their heads. I think so much so that there's a bit of carnage here at the dugouts.
Farnham are 2-0 up, just whilst we have the referee and the linesman on this near side. Discussing maybe the penalty decision, and also...
I think there's actually some sort of chatting with... The coach has been very aggressive towards the ref, so...
Sorry not to be able to give you too much more insight. We're trying to listen into what's being said below. Referee's really got involved in this. I'm not sure he should. But Darryl Sanders did miss the penalty, and it came out to Postons, who cut it back. And indeed,
but you've got to be alive to that. And if this Farnham side are going to challenge for the title, they need to be hungrier than the opposition, and they are here. Charlie Postons showing that, leading from the front.
So now Sandhurst going to need to throw everything. Going to throw everything.
They're in danger of losing their heads here.
So what's he going to do? Oh, Dylan's shouting, now I'm going to give it.
Sandhurst with an opportunity to get the ball forward. They just need to
Sandhurst have actually played with good football and they've got it down. I think they need to really focus on that.
They need to play the ball inside, and they've done really well. Canane's come across. And Sandhurst and they're really up for this now, Sandhurst. That penalty decision, and
they've not left anyone back, but Farnham have got everyone back themselves.
They're filling in defensive voids now. Kinsella also warming up for Farnham Town. Ball goes across, header out. Sanders out to Owen Dean, if he can find the ball across the pitch. And that's another foul on Owen Dean. As he did really well to get across.
Look, it's a cynical foul. It'll be a yellow card all day long, but it's a good foul if you're a coach.
And here comes the next substitution. It is Michael Kinsella coming on for Max Meaton, centre back.
That's a booking, though.
Kinsella wearing the 4 shirt.
That is Guy Hollis's shirt.
That is Guy Hollis's shirt. So Guy, if you're watching, your shirt is currently worn by Michael Kinsella, centre back at the Memorial Ground. Canane. Jackson.
Don't kill it.
Canane. And now Farnham need to make use of their man advantage. Smith plays it to Canane, who gets it across to Kinsella.
Sort of kills the game as a bit of a contest.
Let's see. They're certainly up for it, Sandhurst. A goal does change things. It will change the feeling inside the ground. But Canane goes long. It looks like it's too long.
Got some news for you.
Ooh.
Been a goal at Reading Way for Knapp Hill.
2-2, Knapp Hill.
Desmond
2-2. Knapp Hill, another team like we just discussed, Jersey, who won't want to drop points in 2 consecutive opening games, especially with teams around them not doing it. Great touch from Postons, who tries to get past the last man. Actually, Sanders will come over forward. Farnham Town win the ball back. Sanders tries to get across to Postons, who was unmarked.
In the back.
Goes past him. Not sure what's happened. happened there. He's not given that as a foul, maybe making amends for what he believes to be previous misdemeanors. Tom Smith wins a throw-in for Farnham Town.
Canane asks for calm.
Oh, a roulette from Joe Jackson. That was beautiful. We'll get that. We'll be getting that on TikTok later. We'll be absolutely delighted. Right.
Shades of Zidane.
I think better. Acres of space now. No high press anymore for Sandhurst. Can't really afford to do that. Now only 10 men on the pitch. Smith, deep ball across. Great ball. Oh, what a chance!
Well odd.
Chance.
Well odd there.
I'm not sure if there was a flick on by the defender or if the jump distracted him, but he should have done better there from a player of his quality. It was a fantastic ball in by Tom Smith.
A bit of a different one. It sort of wasn't either a big, deep raking cross or a fizzer, but a good one nonetheless.
Farnham will still want a goal, like they did at the weekend, to kill the game off.
Yeah, sort of 17, 18 minutes to go. Daz has got time here.
Sanders drifts inside, will shoot. If he can find space, which he can't. Oh, indeed. Tries to find a corner or a cross and can't find either, and Sandhurst have got an opportunity to break away here.
Good, you two. Well done.
And referees played advantage on two there. Jack Dean, who's naturally a right back, has found himself a left back and trying to slip in Charlie Crossing, so he puts his arm across, and that's a foul all day long. Sandhurst management are fuming with what we just witnessed in front of us. I can kind of understand why. It felt like a foul.
I think it's just one of those, isn't it? You feel like your day's against you.
Substitution for Farnham Town. Off comes
I think it's Owen Dean.
Owen Dean for Lamar. Is this the first change of formation we're going to see this season?
I don't think it is.
What are you going to say? Daryl Sanders go up front.
Yep.
So Lamar Karoma, who lifted the cup here only a few months ago.
Had a really strong pre-season.
Great pre-season.
Bit unlucky, yeah.
Goes into midfield with Harry Quincy, and we're trying to figure out the rest of the side. Looks like it's Joe Jackson and Ricky Wellard behind Darren Sanders and Charlie Posse. The player for Sanders is still down. It looked like Posse just came across him and it was an innocuous one. Substitution being requested. Thank you to everybody who's watching on the live stream. This is going to be a substitution for Sandhurst, so we can fill some time. If you aren't subscribed to Farnham Town on YouTube, please do so right now. There's a lovely button. So use the video player that you're watching right now. Go and click it. People subscribe both commercially, but also you can so please do subscribe if you haven't already. And if you don't know, you're watching this for the first time,
Come on. Come again.
documentary on YouTube. You can find that on our YouTube channel right now called Mainly Diaries. Every week, behind the scenes look at Farnham Town's journey through the non-league pyramid. Mate, I found out 10 seconds ago. Bit of unrest between Sandhurst.
The two managers are too busy chatting to the assistant referee. He's all right now.
Number 4 is dramatically absolutely fine.
Just don't.
Harris with the free kick. 30 plus minutes played. Great touch after a great header. He's looked to play it across, and that's just going to run out to Liam Harris. Interesting change of personnel. Really nice touch there from Sanders. The first time you see Sanders in that most advanced role.
Yeah, and Joe's gone up one. It's not something we've
I
seen.
think they're just going to do that. They're going to high press. They know there's less bodies on the pitch for Sandhurst, and they're just going to try and get around them because they know they're going to have most of the ball in that defensive area. So Jackson's engine will just close it down as we're watching here. Sort of Jordan Henderson role.
Hold it, hold good, good.
He is wearing number 14. The ball has been cut across, and it's going to come all the way through to Pat Nash, who distributes immediately out to Jack Dean. Number 9 is absolutely racing towards him.
I knew that was coming.
And it is not given a foul. Number 9, if it was a legitimate tackle, has done a brilliant job. And Sandhurst have an opportunity to get the ball forward here. And number 11 is coming forward. The ball can't quite get to him. It's a great touch. Brilliant. Into Wellard. Slows the ball down. Hooks it. Smith. Hooks it. Wellard. Hooks it. Sanders. Hooks it. Out to some space on the byline. Gets the ball across. As far as corner. This is a substitution, of course. Sandhurst, young team, come here and done a good job.
Yeah, I mean they've had you'd have a nightmare start really if you look at the fixtures and you've got Redhill and Farnham first up. Not an easy introduction to life at step 5.
Goal Naphill, 3-2 against Fleet. Goal Spelthorne, now 2-2 against Shearwater. And a goal for Redhill, 3-0 against Epsom Newell as Farnham have the ball in a corner situation. Trying to get the ball across. And they do. Great header. Only as far as Jack Dean. The ball can't get under control. Cooksey, forward. Time. It's a really nice ball into Wellard. Back. It's brilliant!
Jackson.
And it's Joe Jackson. Bottom corner, first time, left footed. It was a really nice cutback from, I think, Ricky Wellard.
Yeah, they played him forward. They've moved Joe Jackson forward, and he's come up with a goal. Ball comes across. It's a really nice finish.
It is.
Not an easy one,
not
yeah.
An easy one across it.
You know, Rick's on now, who's obviously a left footer, but it's Joe Jackson who's popped over his left foot. So
in an attacking role, maybe that's where we'll see him.
Got another sub here. Matty Sermon coming on.
He's coming on for Joe Jackson, the goal scorer, coming straight. He's
Had
had, what I have to say, probably a man of the match performance. He's been everywhere today.
He's been like that for the last 3 weeks. Come straight in, no pre-season really for Farnham, and he's come in and played brilliantly every week. Tremendous signing and settled in straight away.
Yeah, really, really nice. Great display. Broke in the early exchanges where Farnham needed to break the ball down. They weren't getting their rhythm. Jackson was there to stop things happening for Sandhurst, and he's got his just desserts at the end of this game.
Just a really solid player, and I know it's 3-0 now, but I don't want that to take away too much from the Sandhurst performance.
Yeah, we're obviously down to 10 men Sandhurst as well. 2 goals have been scored since.
Let's go! Don't waste the time!
Opportunity for Farnham though to put some goals on the board. So towards Charlie Postons, who tries to flick it on towards Sermon, who's playing in a kind of advanced role. Exactly where Jackson left off, and the ball comes straight towards the gantry.
Farnham obviously have won both their games 4-0.
Chance to do so.
Are we going to see it again?
Today, who's starting possession? Farnham are just going to be very comfortable now. They've killed the game off, very akin to Balham. 2-0 up. Bit of stress, and then 3-0, and it's dead. That's a really nice ball over the top into Charlie Postons. Nice touch, but the defender really recovered well there.
He looks lively. He looks hungry for a goal. What I will say about Charlie Postons, he really puts his body about, and he goes into every action like it's his last. It's brilliant footballer.
Wellard to the edge of the box. Sanders, who is playing up front, but he's going to be found every single position on the pitch.
A lot of space here for Tom Smith. If
And they move it fast. Lamar Karoma. He does move it fast into Tom Smith. Tries to get the ball in. He does. It's short of Constance. It's come straight back to Smith. Lamar. Corona into Sandhurst, who's using his body, and I mean, that was a rugby tackle. Farnham want to play fast, and they do. Ricky Wellard into Tom Smith. Really nice 1-2 with Matty Sermon. Smith clips it back over. Headers out, and there was no Farnham Town player there.
Come on!
Jack Dean. It's played on. I mean, it looked like an absolute clear foul. It looked like a clear foul.
If the second wasn't, the first probably was.
Ricky Wellard, into Del Sanders, can't quite find the 1-2 with his strike partner. Yeah, it looked like a foul, didn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say, if the actual one wasn't, then there was one before there, definitely like a foul.
Get the ball, Cooks.
Coroma.
Play on the job. Come on!
Harry Cooksey takes the space. He's the man over, as is Tom Smith on this near side. It's a lazy pass. It's got away with it. Coroma into Canane, who's going to take the touch forward and move forward. He's happy to just play it short to Tom Smith.
The thing is, when you're down to 10 men,
This is not the one.
Darryl is really picking up some nice pockets in there. He's sort of got the freedom to just go and do it.
Not his natural position, but a position you'll like based on his ability to score goals. Postons. Wellard does well, clips it inside, into Charlie Postons. Oh, that's a good save from Liam Harrison. Lovely little ball inside.
Yeah,
He's calmed it down since he came on. He's really has got his foot on the ball.
Probably done exactly what Paul Johnson asked.
Sandhurst goes short again. They have all evening. Want to play football. It's not easy to do that against a quality Farnham Town side like on display tonight. It's well closed down. Postons alive to it. Clips it back. Matty Sermon. Couldn't get it.
The thing for Farnham, you've got such a strong squad. You've got players coming off the bench wanting those places that when you make those subs, the level doesn't drop, it actually goes up.
Lovely slide tackle there from Mike Kinsella to pass the ball. Tom Smith, there is a player on the far side is injured for Sandhurst, and Farnham Town did the honourable thing and kicked the ball out of play.
I think it's a bit of cramp.
He's done a lot of running that ball. There's a goal at the Moor. There's also a goal at Alton, and it's a goal for Jersey. 1-0 Jersey at Alton in the dying embers of the game, and Abbey have also got a goal back against Cobham.
Huge goal for Jersey, that.
Huge goal for Jersey. They much needed that. I wouldn't have wanted to be a Jersey fan for the last 80 minutes.
We're probably 5-6 minutes away here from rocking all over the world. (2-1) Hawley at Croydon.
Croydon are losing at home. 2-1. Sanders throw the ball back to Farnham.
Pick it up.
Just under 10 minutes left if you include added time.
Nice and sharp.
Into Kinsella. As you said, players coming on who want to get their place for Saturday's FA Cup game. Especially strikers want to get their goals. Coroma.
Really well.
What's he going to do? He's going to put the ball in or across in the end. Did really well to find the space, just didn't do enough. Goal for Epsom and Ewell against Red Hill. It's now 3-1.
Amori's Hayden okay? What? Hey, come on in! That was Bruce Amori up left winger.
No, it doesn't. Oh, yeah, it does. Just doing a bit of mental arithmetic to work out who would go top of the table.
I think that goal for Epsom and Ewell, making it 3-1 Red Hill. It makes, if Farnham stays the same and that game stays the same, I think it puts Farnham top of the table with a goal difference of 7.
It's a poor kick.
Chance.
Chance.
Is he alive? Sermon drives into the box. Huge chance. Matty Sermon's a great save for the legs of Liam Harris, who's been fantastic all evening. It was a chance created of his own doing, really, but he's such a good shot stopper, Harris.
Yeah, Sermon probably not the player you'd want over that, but he did well. He made the keeper work.
That goal definitely would have sent Farnham Town to the top of the table.
Two taps, right, good.
Stroma into Sermon, who's not fouled. And that's a poor pass again from Sandhurst midfield. And Wellard picks the ball up and has got all the time in the world to pick a pass out wide. To the near side with Tom Smith. Sanders has kind of surrendered his striker position for Matty Sermon as he looks to pick up more space in the pockets. Farnham probably got 5 minutes left, including added time to get on the score sheet again.
You want that third 4-0 in a row.
Sanders with some time. Drives, clips it wide to Smith, out into the box. It's just over the head of Charlie Possins, but it was not a bad idea. Since Possins come on, he hasn't really had a chance with a cross. Not sure what's going on here.
Bit of step 5 football now.
Who's going to come away with the ball? And it's been given as a foul to Sandhurst. The game certainly feels like it's died down.
Petering out.
5 minutes. It's a shame because Farnham will want another goal. There's a goal at Tooting. And it's Tooting 4, Balham 2.
Good win for Tooting. I think 10's been sin-binned.
Has he? Yeah, he has. Sandhurst now down to 9 men for the remainder of the game.
Ralph, you're down one more, so think about it. You're down one more, so think about it.
Sandhurst management team not happy with them.
Rightly so as well.
Ball goes forward. Canane with an easy header into Jack Dean's path.
Is it harder to play against 9?
We're about to find out. Jack Dean goes long, and it's really good. This turn into Hostins. Ball goes over the top by Wellard towards the feet of Smith. He does well into the path of Matty Sermon. The ball's still out. It's not converted, and it's been given
Offside.
a foul. Offside.
Can't be long left.
So a text from our sponsor EMJ. He said Sandhurst have lost their heads. These EMJ logo on the boards have got to them. Ball pumped long by Sandhurst.
Let's go, come on!
Straight back for
Just overheard the linesman there say he reckons about 7 or 8 added on. So wouldn't take his word as gospel, but
he's not got many things right this afternoon. Farnham looking to load it up, hold the ball from Charlie Possins. It's a poor touch there in the circumstances. So much time for the forward. Cromer doesn't need to foul him there. He's done really well there. Sandhurst player. Bit of late possession for the young Sandhurst team who clip it wide.
you'd think with 2 extra men you can really press high, but Sandhurst has done well here, to be fair.
Doing really well, and they've won a foul. That's really nice play from Sandhurst with 9 men.
Get on him, don't take the fucking pins, come on.
A request from the bench to think about their standards here.
Never good when your boss says that.
2 minutes into added time. The linesman said he expected 7 or 8. Sandhurst with a chance to get the ball in the box. Will they take it or will they play it short? They've played every single other chance short and they look like they're going to do it again here. They do. Again, they've got to remember they've got 9 men, but they will keep the ball. And they're doing really well here, just to keep Farnham off the ball.
That's what you do. This could be a chance.
On his touch!
It's a great touch. Oh, it's a high foot.
Matty, head down. Get his head down. Good. Good. Get it out.
And the Sandhurst captain goes home. All the way back now to the goalkeeper. Farnham Army rings from the clock end. That ball is long towards number 14 and Kinsella
Got to play, get it to the mark.
does well, but it is given as an offside. Farnham, again, looking to play. Canane probably wasn't expecting the ball, but got it. Tom Smith now goes to drive. Lamar, Carone back into Kinsella. Kixley, who has kind of run the game this afternoon. Not done a huge amount of running. Stood in the centre circle and just dictated play. Straight out of play, and there's another player down for Sandhurst. Number 14. Very used to them wasting time. They can get into the showers earlier if they just get with it.
Probably 3 minutes to go.
Everything's petering out for him. Who would you have as your man of the match?
Tough one. I think the goal probably just pushed it over, but I'd give it to Joe Jackson.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Great finish. Brilliant.
I would have given it to Darryl had he scored the penalty.
Yeah, no one deserves a man of the match to be missed from the target. That's a lovely step over into Postons. Postons still got it! Great finish! And Farnham Town are 4-0 to the good! And Charlie Postons has battled his way through there. Lovely step over from Matty Sermon. And Farnham have gone back to back to back 4-0s.
Yeah, it's a brilliant finish. All night, Farnham have really tried to place the ball in the back of the net. Charlie got through and he leathered it. It was a brilliant finish. You can see exactly why he scored all those goals last season for Abbey and why Paul Johnson was so keen to bring him here. It's a brilliant finish that caps off another brilliant night for Farnham. They've not really been at their best, but they've won 4-0.
They haven't. I really have to say it was a really smart, intelligent piece of play from Matty Sermon to step over the ball. Give it to Postons, and Postons battled and got it.
Matty Sermon, that's not going to show up in the sort of stat sheet, but brilliant.
Farnham have an opportunity if they can get the ball forward.
I kind of think they'll ruin their 4-0 thing here. Oh.
It's lovely. Well off. Oh, chance for the Suns and didn't quite get hold of it, but he does get the ball back. Oh, he tries to beat the man with. And that is it. Farnham 4, Sandhurst 0. Farnham get off to back-to-back 4-0 winning ways in the league after a 4-0 win in the Cup. And we will see you back here at the Memorial Ground on Saturday for the FA Cup next round against Crowborough. But if you're interested in live streams and you can't get to the ground, then we will be next live streaming on Tuesday next week away at Cobham. I won't be there for this is my voice. Frankie Hills will be, and maybe we'll get one of the Inter players to come and join the commentary team as well. But thank you very much for watching, and we will see you soon.